When I said out of the way, I didn't think you'd take me so literally, Mr. Snoops. Are we even in the city limits?
We're in Southtown. Just no part your socialite friends frequent. Don't worry. You'll be fine while the sun's up. After that, Lord himself would think twice about walking down these alleys.
Doing some light reading, I see. I half expected to find you with a bottle in your hand rather than a book.
Each time we meet, you come a little more into focus, Mrs. Goshen. It's true, the life of a detective is fraught with downtime, but drinking seems, I don't know, cliché.
You're worried about being a cliché in that hat?
Well, the hat stays. How else will people know I'm legit? Please, have a seat. You know, for a woman who doesn't want to be contacted, I sure am seeing a lot of you this week. What's on your mind?
Look, I've been doing some thinking, and I think we should call this whole thing off.
Call it off.
Yes. Here's the rest of the money I owe you, and whatever it is you planned on doing, don't go through with it.
Make it sound like it was my idea. You're the one who wanted your husband followed.
I know. I just had a change of heart about the whole thing. I'm allowed to change my mind, aren't I?
It's your show. If everything's fine, everything's fine.
It's not fine. It's just...
Just what?
Mr. Snoops, I didn't grow up with money, okay? I'm from the east side of the city, past the Union Pacific tracks.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. You think that I haven't been to this part of town? You're right. But it looks a heck of a lot like my parents' flat on 42nd Street. And listen, I love them, but I'm not going back there. I'm never going back there. My father's inability to pay the next bill, competing with my mother and her guilt of remaining loyal. Girls my age and older waiting on that block for a chance to get out. I have a house now. A big house. I have a woman who comes on Tuesdays to clean. This dress, this hat, I bought at 5th Avenue. Paid in full, not in credit. All these things I have. And I'm worried about my city councilman husband not telling me where he is at night. Look, whatever is going on, whether it's another woman or women, I can't jeopardize my future over some feelings of jealousy or insecurities that I'm an imposter of this world. I love this life, and I'm willing to accept whatever it is. That's it.
Well, then it won't matter what's in here. It's what you asked for. You don't think I just sit around reading Thomas Hardy all day, do you? It's your choice to open it. I wouldn't blame you for choosing ignorance over the truth. People choose the former every day.
I don't understand.
It's 2 nights ago.
The night he was at the Rotary Club?
Yeah, well, Rotary Clubs never met at the plant as far as I know. It's a guy by the name of Claude Myers. You might not have heard the name, but you've definitely seen his work around Southtown. He's the guy responsible for all the rents rising and people being priced out of their neighborhoods. Gentrification, they're calling it.
I see. Well, that's none of my concern. I know nothing about that.
Your husband sure does. He might even be a part of it. Now East Siders are getting squeezed out. Families, children, people you used to know, maybe.
Well, that's unfortunate for them, but it's none of my concern.
Right. I forgot. You're an uptown girl now.
You know, for all we know, Mr. Goshen is trying to stop all of that.
Uh-huh. Right.
Well, if that's all it is, I'm feeling quite relieved now. I don't know what I was thinking being so suspicious. Thank you. I think that concludes our business, Mr. Snoops.
You know, what happens in Southtown is everyone's concern. Everything outside this bar, the south side, the west, it affects all of us, including your fancy new friends. They may choose to be blind, but I'd expect a little more compassion from you.
Compassion. You let me go on about my fears and insecurities, things that I've never told anyone, and you knew the truth this whole time. Is that what you call compassion?
Well, I didn't show you photos from all the other nights I followed your husband. I just thought this was more important, more meaningful than pictures of all his floozies. And by the way, I like the hat.